Our next question comes from Sue Masten. You're up.
Hi, I'm Susan Masten. I had the distinct honor to serve my people as the Yurok Tribal Chair, but I also served Indian country as the past president for the National Congress of American Indians. And only 2 women have been elected to that position in 50 years. So we are from California. We are on our homelands, which are on the Klamath River, which is the 2nd largest river in the state of California. We're a fishing people, and our rights are not quantified yet. And so we have to sit every year with the Department of Interior and the Bureau of Reclamation and it actually is disgraceful that we have to do that we have to spend our time, money, and resources to remind the government about their trust responsibilities, not only to the tribes, but to the resource itself. And so to have to go there every year to plead for the health of the Klamath River ecosystem is shameful. And I think that the most horrific thing that I had to experience as a chairperson was when the government decided in a dry water year to allocate fish to the ag business instead of to the fish, and 80,000 fish died, 80,000 adult Chinook on the lower 20 miles of the Klamath River, which is on the Yurok Reservation. That should never be acceptable in this time and era. And so my question is, with that, because other tribes are in the same situation in California and on the West for not having their water rights quantified, but we retain that federally reserved fishing and water right. And so my question to you is, what will your administration do to assure the protection of federally reserved water rights?
Well, let me start. Well, first of all, congratulations, and thank you, Madam Chair, for giving me this opportunity. First of all, it will be my policy that there will be tribal consultation with cabinet officials, whoever that cabinet official may be, who is working on climate change, and so that we can be very clear about not only what you have in terms of input, but also what will happen in terms of impact. Because it is, and from my perspective, and I feel very strongly, this has to be about both. It has to be about seeking the advice and perspective, but also before there's an implementation of any policy or perspective, that we have very carefully and thoughtfully considered and have full input from you on what might be the impact. Not only the immediate impact, but the long-term impact, and also the impact from a historical perspective. And so part of that is about making sure that there is consultation with the tribal leaders by all cabinet officials on any policy or practice that is that affects climate change, but frankly, so many others, because if you include laws that impact the tribes, the federal laws that impact the tribes are very complicated. And it is also my intention to consult with the tribes and including on judicial nominations and on the decisions that we make in a variety of ways that without that consultation cannot ensure that we have appropriately considered the impact on the tribes.
I appreciate that, but more importantly, I hope that you spend time with us to learn, because unfortunately that is one thing that is not taught in the schools, is that unique relationship, that unique government-to-government relationship that tribal nations hold with the federal government.
I agree, and thank you. And I look forward to that time together.